here. Since reflectors finally start to work, expand this that much, bring it up there, and we have volume on the Twitch side. We do indeed. So hello people of the internet. It is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where we are going to be continuing Saber Wars 2 today. I am just finishing up one of the quests I started before work, so my AP is probably fully refilled by this point. Yeah. And then we will get to going with the story portion. I have been only running off of natural AP generation, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I have enough resources to move forward in the long run of things. How much progress I'm going to make today is no clue of mine. It all depends on how long the cutscenes and everything is. All depends. I also have no idea if this is the most efficient farm for the bronze mats. Something tells me it probably isn't, but, you know, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, or something like that. It's what I have available to me, so I'm going to go with it. Ooh, 80,000 point crit on the dot. I don't think I've seen such a nice round number in FGO before. Alright. Thankfully, I've got a friend with support Saber that has the Artorium CE on, so, you know, it's very useful. And then we give her that, because I found that she is not quite strong enough without that little buffing. Okay, let's go. This should be enough oomph to push through Fergus. Really wish I had my own Saber, but there are other priorities. Plus, I'm pretty sure she can spook me. Oh, by the way, I have gotten one CE drop thus far, which is nice, but, you know, it's nothing major. All in all, not much has really happened since last time. I'm sitting pretty at 318 Artorium, 598 of the Bronze Saber badges, so we should probably spend some of those, I think. It would be quite wise of me to do. So let's go ahead and do that first. Binary Star Songstresses. And that's 250 Mysterious Substance Unknown. I don't know my Roman numerals. And then the rest is 400. Okay. We'll go ahead and claim our daily login stuff before I forget about it. Binary Star Songstress. It's a tongue twister. Locked down already. NP by 10, NP strength, and it is the attack strength one. So nothing really major, not going to really use it, but it is still something. We shall sing to you who walks into the twilight. We shall sing to you who welcomes daybreak. Our song and our voice shall guide you, so you will neither stray nor waver from your path. Let us sing, let us sing, let us sing, for there are sure to be wonderful encounters. Why, of course, that something wonderful is for me, you know. Aw. And then CE experience card Mysterious Substance, something that I do not know what the symbol is for. It looks like a bunch of stones, though. Colorful stones. Mysterious substance that is treasured in a certain galaxy. It is imbued with strange energy that can power up craft essences. At times, it can be solid, and other times, it can be malleable. It seems cold and warm at the same time. It's a superb fuel, and it's even build spaceships. It's like the store of Space Wolf. The cat is well versed. I need to make sure I lock down the first one of those I got. And then we go to the mission rewards portion. Still no translated dialogue for him. 200 bronze saber badges gets us 100 prisms, and 400 bronze saber badges gets us 5 magic gems of saber. 5 Texas Beyond quests gets us 5 gems of saber, and 25 humanoid enemies gets us Texas Beyond Part 3, and unlocks 50 humanoid enemies, which we can complete, I suppose. Why not? It's not gonna hurt. For 5 soundless bells. Alright, Texas Beyond 3 Part 1 is a story node, so no battles. I only have one headphone working right now, by the way, so I can only partially hear things. Ooh, new background. Welcome, this is Mana's cockpit. You two are the first people I've ever let on board besides Jane, so you'd better appreciate it. And that appreciate can take the form of a bonus once you finish this job. So this is your ship, huh? I can tell it's a pretty old model. It does have cannons, but it looks like it's also running a time particle accumulation sensor and 4D manipulator. I see, so you modified an excavator designed for exploring ruins rather than a fighter. And the cockpit's got 2 command seats and 2 crew seats, huh? That works out perfectly. Well, this is gonna be fun. It's only been me and Ishtarin up till now, so a packed cockpit ought to be a nice change of pace. You know, why is she Ishtarin? Is that just a subtle poke that, hey, it's actually Ren or something, I wonder? I do so wonder. If we ever need to discuss strategy again, this is where we'll do it. We do have a lot of fuel. Yeah, we just can't find the boss's hideout anywhere. And I'd really rather not leave any unfinished business behind before we head to the next planet. Can I go look for him then? Not right now, Jane. It always takes you at least a month to get back from your little recon trips. Not too bad. It would have been a good chance to check out those ancient ruins. So Calamity Jane's a bit of a ruins explorer then. Interesting. That sounds more like exploring than recon to me. Hey, so I have a question for you. Masters can form contracts with servants, right? Does that mean you can summon them too? Like, say, could you summon the Mohawk's boss here? That is a good question. Never would think to try that. I'll say, I can't imagine much lazier than summoning your target to your hideout because you can't be bothered to look for them yourself. I like to take it easy sometimes, sure, but even I would never go that far. But it's actually a very solid plan, though. I mean, it makes a good amount of sense. I just wanted to know if it's possible. It's not just say so. Anyway, you're even more useless than I thought, huh? You can't fight, you can't summon. You can't do anything at all. How are you going to get by when this is all over? Well, I guess that's not really my problem. What? What's with that? Oh, you sweet summer child laugh. Me? I didn't say anything. Besides, it's fine if you think that right now. Hey, I'm not being brutally honest here for kicks. Let's help keep you safe, soul. The Servantverse has been even more dangerous than usual lately. And there aren't many other bodyguards around like us who, well, we may not exactly help you out of the goodness of our hearts, but at least we'll faithfully obey the terms of a contract. The way things have been this season, most people would sell you at the moment they see someone stronger or richer. So since you're weak and powerless, you need to figure out a way to avoid being killed. That's all I'm saying. Well, I just remembered something that could really help us out. Ishtarin, do you remember the mute tracer we saw back in the artifacts the professor found? Our eyes also have stars in them, I'm realizing. Did they always have stars as peoples? I mean, my father. Also, what's a mute tracer? You know, that thing you use when you want to find out how much someone else put you on... When you want to find out how much someone else put you on mute. It's basically a sensor for detecting how much hate and from where you're getting it at any given moment. So if you put that on Soul, we might be able to find where Mohawks were after him are coming from. So it's pretty much like those little enemy detection rings in a lot of RPGs. JRPGs, at least. That's kind of cool. Now I can only imagine how stressed out whoever invented it must be. That is a fair point. Like, how many enemies must you have if you think that sort of invention needs to happen? Anyway, are we really going to go all the way to planet Zenjo just for that? We don't have to. I'm pretty sure we've already got it right here on the Mana. I mean, you've always got valuables in the professor's stuff right where you can see it. Well, yeah, but... Let's see, I think it was somewhere around here. Hey, don't just turn the whole place upside down. Who's going to clean all this up? She's hiding just as much as Jane is making this. I was going to say, you know, if you need somebody to pull the weight, I can clean up, I suppose, but, you know. Found it. Here's Zolt. Put this on. This should tell us where whoever's trying to get you is coming from. Well, is it working? muting and blocking are actually... Hey, are you okay? Are your eyes supposed to be spinning around like that? Oh no. Don't worry, Ashrin. That's only temporary. Now, do you think you can use that device to pick his brainwaves? Oh yeah, once we convert his brainwaves into data, then we ought to be able to trace them. Just give me a sec. There, I'm in. There's one big marker and one little marker on the interstellar map. Little one's here on this planet, so that must be where the Mohawk's boss is hiding out. Hey, then that's our destination. Come on, let's go take down this boss right now. And get some money. Lady Ashtart, you have an incoming transmission from Texas Beyond. Put it through. Hey, it's Billy. Kinda guessed that. That's you, boss? Hey, this here's Billy the Flashing Sword. Did you like the surprise from your birthday? You know, the box with the chrysalis from all across the universe I delivered it a week later. So that you'd open it to see a whole bunch of beautiful butterflies fly out. As you remember, it would have been a lovely present if they had actually been butterflies and not moths. Aww. At least he was considerate. That's actually a really neat gift. Stippling laughter. I sent you 2,000 dislikes. I suggest you practice stopping swords with your bare hands before we meet again. Yikes, guess I ain't gonna be visiting Dark Mountain anytime soon. Oh well, that's alright. Life out here on the interplanetary prairie suits me better anyhow. Anyways, you know that new wanted man y'all sent out that wanted poster for? Well, looks like my Mohawks found him. Unfortunately, looks like he also hired some bodyguards that have been sending my boys back whenever they try and catch him. So now that my Mohawks are close to being wiped out, I figure it might be time for me to take a crack at it myself. I see, so we landed on Texas Beyond. That is very good luck, Lady Ashtart. Stop that moony Nori. I'm trying to run a respectable evil organization here. You're supposed to say bad luck. She's somewhat incompetent about being evil. You know, it's kind of adorable that she's so incompetent about being evil. Yeah, so anyways, I just gotta catch this master fellow. Is that right? You don't mind if I just go ahead and kill his bodyguards then? Bodyguards. Of course you can dispose of them how you like. You don't need to run decisions like that past me. All I care about is the master. Just take him alive and send him to Mana ASAP. That's it. Alright, I'll handle the details on my end then. Oh, and I'll go ahead and send Lord Muninori the data while I'm at it. Much obliged. We're trusting you to handle this matter in a timely fashion. Roger that. Alright, then I'll kill those bodyguards before they even know what shot them. Glory to Space Shinkage Ryo and the Goddess of Evil. Glory to... Alright, Sabers. And according to the guide here, it looks like it is going to be 2 drops of every currency type. Also just sabers, so I guess we swap out these CEs for Planet Rocks. And this should work fine. Yeah. +4 to everything except for the 5-star currency, which we have a +2. Yep, this will work. Mark this one off. And the next one doesn't seem to have any sort of drops bonuses, so we should be good. Alrighty. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Maybe. I know I could probably get this done much more efficiently if I just brought Arash and my normal farming squad, but, you know, that involves getting K-scopes out of the storage, and that just means less currency drops, you know? I'm all about that currency life right now. Also, does XA get a damage bonus for her NP against these guys? I kind of can't wait to find out. We're somewhat close, just need a little bit more charge. This should be this Space Mohawk dead. Alright, so that's X's NP, and we also have XA's NP now. We'll go ahead and Fire Support activate. And Intuition. And Galactic Meteor Sword. And Ephemeral Shadowless Blade. And lower waivers thing with that, the force choke, and then just press 2 buttons and we should be good to go. Alright. We'll lead safely with XA, then into X, then back into XA. I'm just, cautious with regards to X. She might not get the damage bonus, after all. And I know XA is going to slaughter. Good damage. Okay, so yeah, X does less than XA. Good note. Good info to have. Very, very good info to have. Since that big guy's stunned, just take down the other guy first, and then the other one dies the next turn. Easy as that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And doot. Should be. Oh, that's more than enough. Good job, X. And nothing there. Okay. A little bit more currency. Every little trickle counts. Or every little trickle matters, rather. That's what I meant to say. There we go. Silent, quick, and deadly. That should take care of the lookouts, Master. We didn't give them any time to call for backup, so I doubt the others have any idea what we're here. I would never guess they were using a limestone cave down in the valley as a hideout. How's the inside looking, Jane? There sure are a lot of them. I definitely wouldn't want to fight them all directly. Might be your time to shine, X. Leave it to me. I'll sneak up and pick off the boss before they know what hit him, like any Saber would. Well, normally I would be done with them and back already. But for some reason my heart just isn't in it this time. Are you sure this boss is really a Saber? Alright then, let's split up. You three stay here and get everyone's attention while I sneak in and take out their boss. All by yourself, are you sure? Sneaking to places like that was my Saber ninja arts were made for, you know? Right, Saber ninja arts, because she's a Saber. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'm good at sneaking into places myself, and I've gotten out of plenty of tight spots. Plenty of spots tighter than this. Alright then, see you guys later. Don't worry, Soul. I'll be back with the good news very soon. So much for talking things out. What do we do now, Soul? Yeah, can you two serve distraction? Of course not. She might not look it, but trust me, it sure and always goes all out whenever she does. Knowing you're there to keep her from going in over her head will be a real weight off my shoulders. Okay, so her eyes are not always stars now. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, and support only battle. Only Space Ishtar. Literally, only Space Ishtar. Okay. This should be interesting. Oh boy, you ain't half bad, Bounty Hunter. Ain't many who can defend against my sword flashes like that. Where'd you even learn to swing a sword like that? Hey, it's nagging at me so damn much I can't hardly concentrate. Sword flashes? You're just firing a revolver, jackass. Are you sure you're really one of the 6 blades? Sure I am. The big boss gave me a gold saber badge herself. Of course, I only swore loyalty to you and took it after she beat me, and it was either that or die. You know, I can still hardly believe that a little old archer like me can be a saber just by putting on this here badge. Honestly, it ticks me off that our boss is forcing us to keep this ridiculous game of pretend going. And that's why I'm real curious who you learned your sword and fighting from. Seeing how it's exactly like the boss's. Was it Lord Munenori? Though I don't see where he could have found time to teach someone else. Nobody taught me. I came up with the style all on my own just so I could take you damn Spacian Kage Ryu down myself. Phew, that was close. Gotcha. So you ain't never had a teacher, huh? Then I guess that style of yours must just be improvised. Alright, in that case, I'm through playing around. I better finish you off before you wake up for real. For the record, I am one of the 6 blades, the Flash and Sword, but y'all can just call me Billy the Flash. Though to be honest, my speed's really all I got for going for me. I was about to say Ascension. Oh, is that your noble phantasm? How the hell did you shoot that fast without moving or loading your gun? That kind of speed shouldn't even be possible. Well dang, you're still alive after I hit you. I knew sacrificing power for speed is my biggest weakness and all, but that don't explain it. You really ain't a normal servant, aren't you? Oh yeah, guess I gotta blast your head as well as your heart. I don't believe it. He's gonna use another noble phantasm so quickly. There's no way I can keep up with that kind of speed. That's what the master is for. Sol, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to wait for me. Well, now you're the master that all this ruckus is about. Huh. Well, ain't that a kick in the teeth? Turns out you ain't nothing to be scared of. Mighty kind of you to turn yourself in like this. Sorry I gotta return the favor by blasting your legs off, but I can't have you running away now. Nothing personal. Understandable, man. Completely understandable. I ain't usually in the habit of shooting visitors from other universes, but the boss is real clear about bringing you in alive, and I ain't bound to get on her bad side. Whatever Lady Ashtot wants to sacrifice you for, it's really, obviously really important to her. If you don't like it, y'all can take it up with the boss after y'all wake up. Oh, no you don't. Damn, I'm impressed you can still move with a gut full of lead. That's not that it's gonna do you much good now. There still ain't no way you can beat me, let alone save a little cowpoke there. And of course, there ain't no way he's getting out of here, and no way he can help you out neither. But if y'all don't want to accept you've been checkmated just yet, ain't much I can do about it. You're wrong. This isn't close to over, for I am a master. Command seal power go, I'm guessing. Hey, I was right. No, wait, did you just instantly heal me? Was that one of the legendary command spells? No, it was one of my many, many apples. I should probably plant some of them and make an orchard. Okay, no need to be so smug. Besides, I can see your knees knocking from here. Still, you're right. I can definitely win now. Alright, Soul. I'm counting on you for support. Those command spells of yours can replenish magical energy too, right? Let's fight speed with speed. Now, help me finish this before we can use this noble phantasm again. This ain't looking good for us, Thunderer. Don't fail me now. We've got to settle this with the Noble Phantasm Twofer. Noble Phantasm Twofer. So, in other words, I just have to survive 2 Noble Phantasms, maybe, and I win? I'm guessing. 90,000. And it needs a break bar. Oh, full charge to start with. Okay. Set charge to maximum each turn as well. Oh, fantastic. So, let's see here. Start up with multiple Starling EX. That's a 44% charge. And then hold off on Devil's Sugar for now. Throw the evasion up first. And then ABA for the NP gain. Okay. It's time for a duel. Time to duel. Oh, he has sure hit. Well, that's my bad. Fall back. Fall back. So sure hit, huh? I wasn't expecting sure hit, to be honest. Although, seeing that and knowing damage, I can probably take this if I go all out with her skills in the first turn. I might be able to break the first bar. I theoretically could have enough charge to get through the second bar to get a Noble Phantasm off as well. We'll have to see, I suppose. Yes, flash reload all you'd like. So crit strength does not really help. So start off with attack. Get the invincibility going. We're going to want to go for a Arts NP for possibility of looping. Multiple Starling go as well. And then oh, we only got the quick buff. Let's go quick. I need to remember to save the NP damage typing for after I see what gets buffed, I suppose. Need to remember to do that. I think this is going to be another loss, though. Because even though we have NP, we are no longer invincible. Which means that this turn is going to be our last. Since he has sure hit. Unless her NP stuns, which I don't recall. I don't think it does. If it does, that'd be excellent. But if it doesn't... So what I'm understanding here, as far as I'm aware at least, is both Ashtart and Ishtarin are probably avatars for the big primordial Ishtar being. That's my guess, at least. Okay. So yeah, this is another loss. This is actually a tricky battle. This one is tricky. I mean, yes, I could do revives, I suppose. I suppose I could do revives. But I really want to use any heals on revives. I feel like revives might be the only way to go. A revive fully replenishes the... or fully reduces the skill cooldown as well. Let's lead with this. Buster got the buff. That's good. Switch this over to a Buster type. So, I think what we want to do this time... Let's try it this method. How much NP do we generate from this? Combined with the Smackdown Billy's about to hit me with, at least. Because that was good damage. %. Please, your... Okay, so it is that is pretty much what I have to do. So I need to now use a seal to unleash her NP again, because otherwise we lose. Let's also overcharge and crit strength and all the DACA. All the DACA. I will admit I was getting a little worried there when she wasn't killing him. A little bit worried there. There we go. Mission complete. Was that a whole other universe? The hell just happened? I can't believe it. We just beat one of the 6 blades in a straight fight. Way to go, Spishtar. Yeah, we won. This is amazing. We're amazing. I couldn't have done it without your support, Master. Hey guys, we sent the Mohawks packing, so now we... Well, what do we have here? Are you really holding Soul's hands and hopping up and down like a madwoman, Ishtar? Something must have made you awfully happy. Sure looks like it, but why stop hopping? If you're that happy, just go ahead and hug him. Go on, girl. That was, how'd I put this? No, hang on. First, I need to apologize for what I said earlier. I'm sorry I called you useless before, Soul. I couldn't have been more wrong. You're very brave, and it's got nothing to do with being a master. I could never have beaten Billy without you. Thanks for bailing me out. Right back at ya. Anyway, all that aside, I had no idea masters could make servants this strong. I might have to reconsider just letting him walk away when all this is over. Oh no. Harem Protagonist DX is striking. Hey, I know that face, Ishtarin. You're thinking up ways to get rich quick, aren't you? Who, me? Of course not. Anyway, let's hurry up and grab their stuff before anyone can stop us. This is the Mohawks' hideout, right? And they must have plenty of artorium tucked away. But most importantly, we can get Billy here to tell us all about the organization. Isn't that right, Billy? Shit, I didn't think y'all know was me leaving. Well, we did, so you're Billy, huh? Come over here and let's have a nice chat, old pal. What the? Oh, pal, aren't you being a little too buddy-buddy all of a sudden? Kane's always been weird when it comes to both literal and figurative distance. It's what lets her make friends with just about anyone. On the other hand, well, let's just say I'm not in the forgiving type. Now, is what you said earlier true? Which part? The part where you said someone named Ashtar wants to sacrifice Soul. I'm guessing that's the name of the Space Shinkage Ryu's boss? No, okay, Billy mentioned it. Right, Billy mentioned the Space Shinkage Ryu, that's right. Oh, that must have been so goblin bell, I didn't even realize I was running my mouth. You got it, Space Shinkage Ryu wants to use that there master for some kind of ritual. At least that's what the boss's right-hand man says. I don't know what Lady Ashtar might really be up to. The ritual sacrifices a master, huh? There's so many possibilities, it's hard to narrow them down. But since masters haven't lived in this universe since ancient times, I'd guess the ritual itself must be something only an archaeologist would know. So where's Ashtar, this leader of yours? Means me, it looked like she was heading somewhere in the space fortress, but that's all I know. I'd expect the little cowpoke over there ought to be a better idea than I do. Forbidden Zone. I see. Thanks for the hot tip. Of course, that doesn't really help us much, seeing how there's dozens upon dozens of forbidden zones in the Servantverse, but I guess that's better than nothing. Barely. Well, at least we know that this Ashtar lady's the one who brought Soul to our universe. And that she's the boss of the Space Shinkage Ryu. It would only make sense for her to know how to get you back home, since she brought you here in the first place. Obviously, she's got a way. Good thinking. Well, of course, I haven't been a bounty hunter since I was 14 for nothing, after all. Y'all done talking now, because if so, I'd like to make y'all a deal. Ishtar, you're looking for all 6 blades, ain't you? Now, don't be shocked that we've got more bloodlust than a starving coyote. If you let me go, I'd be willing to give you the bordering codes for Dark Mana Space Fortress. I'd let you walk straight into Space Shinkage Ryu headquarters without so much as a how do you do. What you say to that? You'd sell your boss out just like that. I ain't selling shit. I'm just as sure as the sunrise that she can beat you and take the master back, no problem. Yeah, the way ain't got nothing to do with me no more. I'm getting out of the Space Shinkage Ryu for good. I don't got no reason to hang on to the Saber badge, and there's ain't no way Lord Munenoi would let me stick around that I've lost anyways. So what do you say? Seems like a pretty good deal to me, given what you're ultimately working for. It's not up to me. Soul's the one you tried to capture, so you should be the one to decide. What do you think, Soul? Do we let him go, or tie him up and leave him here to rot in the desert? The more information, the better. Information wins wars, after all. And that's that, then. Here you go, 1 boarding pass for Dark Mana. Now then, the Space Shinkage Ryu don't take too kindly to deserters, so I'd better make myself scarce. Y'all do know what you're getting into, right? 'Cause they ain't gonna be going easy on you now that you beat me. Oh well, ain't my problem. Good luck. Space Shinkage Ryu, huh? That's one heck of an evil organization. They're that bad. Oh yeah, they've got their hands in all sorts of evil pies, no matter how big or small. They're also real secretive, so much that these Mohawk guys probably didn't even know they were working for them. That probably goes for all servants fighting over these saber patches, really. Hey, J6! Welcome to the stream. Hobby things. What do you mean by Shiro Day, out of curiosity? You said that was today, but I didn't really get what you meant. And now that you've re-mentioned it, I'm going to the Fate Stay Night subreddit to see if there's something over there or something. It does sound like something. Oh. October 20th. Shiro Day on Twitter, huh? Interesting. Very interesting. True. Hey, Soul, I know I said we'd keep you safe as long as you're on this planet. But would you mind if I amended my statement? Started 2 years ago. Interesting. That's a while. It's been going on for a long time. What did you have in mind? Like, say, protect you until you can safely return to your own universe. I mean, the Space and Kageryō themselves are after you, right? With all the wanted criminals that are bound to come after you, it'll be a bounty heaven. You can pay me a fair rate for my services, and the bounties ought to pay any expenses incurred. Basically, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. What do you say? Of course, if you're not thrilled with the idea of being bait, I'll understand. I've been bait a great many a times. I had a feeling you wouldn't even have to think about it. You're either way more experienced with life-threatening danger than you look, or you're too trusting for your own good. Why not both? I don't think I'm going to partake in Shiro Day. Unfortunately, I feel like Shiro Emiya would be my enemy, considering, you know, a lot of my waifus are following faces of his waifus, you know, so I feel like there would be some tension there, you know. And come to think of it, actually, 3 of the members in the tier 1 list are just variations of the main 3. Never really thought of it that way until you started to mention Shiro Day. Well, we both have our reasons for being here, so let's keep helping each other out. You good with this, Jane? You bet. Besides, we'll go up against my pioneering spirit to leave a hapless traveler to fend for himself. I'll come too, of course. I don't really go on Twitter, unfortunately. Also, I love X's exasperated expression there. Technically, I'm still Soul's mentor, after all. Fine by me, then let's blast off from this planet as soon as it's stocked up on Artorium. Although remember, we're still only your bodyguard, so you'll be the one calling the shots, Master. That's right, I'm the Master. And Quartz. Thing everybody wants. How to travel between planets. Collect Artorium through quests. Execute an interplanetary travel quest, and a new spot will be unlocked. Travel the cosmos as you progress the story, Stanley. The story, Stanley. Story. So 10 missions and 10 missions on the 10 quests on this planet are the 2 quests. So we will do Off to the Starry Sea. Cost me 150 Artorium to do, but it is well worth it. It looks like this is just going to have the base currency here, so we will of course bring along a Saber. Oh, that's why. I don't want the damage CE. Why is that still locked in? Oh wait, the damage CE is also okay. I'm dumb. Clearly, I'm a big dumb. Very clearly. Let's switch these back over to this. And this squad will go. This is probably going to be my go-to squad for, like, most of the frickin' event. Outside of just swapping around CEs, it feels. Because XA is probably my strongest servant for this event. If you can count event bonuses and everything. Let's see. A YouTuber by the name of Extreme S Manpig posted a video vaguely titled Shiro AVI. Little did anyone know this would inspire a small-scale social phenomenon. Now that I know about it, I am kind of interested in seeing how big exactly it will get. So I will monitor the situation closely. Stroking my non-existent beard because I do not like having facial hair. Indeed it doesn't, Jakester. Indeed it doesn't. By the way, welcome to the stream. How be things, how be things. But I mean, you know, there's worse people to dedicate a day to. There are definitely worse people to be dedicating your day to. Things are going pretty alright with me. Just a little bit tired from working all day, but you know, that's adult life for you. You gotta work to pay them bills and all that lovely stuff, so it is inevitable. Also, slightly disappointed that Spishtar didn't come home, but you know, again, all my talking up of Kama very clearly intimidated Spishtar, so she's just not gonna come home. It's going pretty well, I'd say. I'm just now leaving Texas and looking forward to seeing what the next planet is. I've been taking it nice and slow and steady. Hey, same here. I got NP2 Jane in a back-to-back, like literally in the same 11 spin. I got Golden Sparks Jane, and then Golden Sparks Jane. And before that, I got both of the 5-star CE in a row as well. Which, you know, getting 6 of the 5-star CE for this event of the Red Bean Paste Princess, I think that's, I'm more than satisfied with the rules now that I've got that. Because the Red Bean Paste Princess is an excellent CE. Very distinguished, graceful, elegant. Insert other adjective here. And here's another one of these. A pirate spook. Ah, the Yuri Pirates. I see. Tour Manual. This one has the silver currency being dropped here. Okay. I could have actually just told that from all of them having that CE. I guess it doesn't really matter who X. Was kind of hoping it was a Stealthful. You finished Apocrypha night last week. Nice. I know a lot of people didn't like Apocrypha, but I personally kind of enjoyed Apocrypha. Also, Reflector, of course, being Reflector and crashing. Because I think I need to seriously consider upgrading to Reflector version 4. I mean, I definitely liked Apocrypha 2. It's not my favorite, honestly, of all the Fate franchise things. Babylonia, obviously, is going to take that position as favorite. Followed by Unlimited Blade. It's actually kind of low, but there's not that many Fate works, okay? But I definitely did enjoy Apocrypha. I actually liked Sieg as a character, too. Mainly because, you know, a lot of the time he was also Siegfried, so it's like, it's kind of hard not to. Chiron was your favorite. I wouldn't... Who would be my favorite from Apocrypha? I'm now trying to think... I'm trying to think back to the Apocrypha and try and think of who I would consider my favorite in there. You're starting the... Ooh, good luck with the extra. I've not heard good things about the extra anime. I've not heard good things about it. You know, you bring a solid point there, J6. You do bring a solid point. Mordred's pseudo-father figure is a damn good character. Necromancer Man. I don't know, he might... He might actually be my favorite now that I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to think. Like, I'm doing a mental ranking of everybody here. And he's definitely pretty high as far as the whole Apocrypha crew goes. Drag you there. Put Waver on here. And then you. That. And we're going to have to swap out you for somebody lower cost. Sorry, Okita. This is not your great victory. Mash. There you are, MASH. Efficiency is key. Okay. And actually, if I am going to speak about efficiency being key, I should probably go with Binary Star Songstress. Gotta be smart, after all. Okay, let's go. Excited for the apocalypse. Yep, I'm more looking forward to actually being able to partake in the raids than anything. And yeah, you know, I still find it hilarious that MASH just sort of was smiling and nodding. Okay, have fun on your trip, Senpai. Ishtar, make sure he comes back safely and everything. And then just the shocked face and fainting with eyes open when she comes to the realization that she just pretty much let us get kidnapped. That was only Mashu. Only Ishtar, though. It only would be somebody like Ishtar that could convince MASH that something like that, you know? And, you know, actually, I think that Mordred and her father figure, Master, is definitely my favorite duo from Apocrypha. Now that we've left Texas Beyond, let's make sure we're all on the same page for what comes next. In order to get Soul back to his original universe, we need to capture the head of the Space Shinkage Ryu, a servant called Ashtart. Apparently, Space Shinkage Ryu headquarters have already left the Forbidden Zone, but we at least have an idea of where they went thanks to the Mute Tracer. That'll be here on the Interstellar map. It is very red. Yeah, there should be way too much ether in the universe for it to be that red. I did barely get to be part of the first part of the raids, didn't I? I barely remember partaking in them, honestly. Which sucks, because I know the raid quests are the best time to farm currency and everything, you know? Oh, I think my other headphone just... Nope, there it goes again. In the Servantverse, blue usually symbolizes order and red symbolizes demons, so it seems very unlikely that this zone was forbidden just because it's too nice. Yeah, that's definitely a long ways. We'll need to restock on equipment as we go. Not to mention Artorium. We'll have to keep collecting bounties so we can pay fuel as we go. Yep, and luckily we should have our pick of bounties since there's bound to be plenty coming after Soul. Like the unidentified ship that's coming up directly behind us right now. Huh? Oops, sorry, I just noticed we got a radar contact. There's a battleship from Texas Beyond making a jump straight towards us. Must be the rest of the Mohawks. And I'm getting a servant reading right behind the Mana, too. Damn, they just don't know when to give up, do they? Alright, Master, we're going to step outside to fend them off. I know this will be your first spacewalk, but think you can come help us deal with them? Oh, God. Honestly, I would say, can I please stay in here? Because, honestly, to be completely honest, just a spacewalk is something I cannot see me ever doing unless my life depended on it. Because just the thought of being only just connected to just floating off into nothingness till you die, that's such a terrifying thought. Like, I don't know how many of you have watched The Martian with the whole, like, space jump scene, but, like, I've watched it so many times, and that scene's it gives me chills. It's like, gotta be, but it's not, because as you're floating away, because it's very hard to, I don't know exactly if you can disengage a spacesuit by yourself, but as you're floating away, you just see everything, any chance you ever had of leaving, just slowly drifting away as you go into endless darkness, stuck in a standing position, slowly suffocating or freezing, and just knowing you'll never be recovered or anything, possibly even hearing the radio chatter as they try to console you as you die because you're slowly drifting out of reach to retrieve. It's just... that just is like... Ugh. I need to stop talking about that kind of stuff. Because that's just like... Ugh. Gives me... I don't even know if the word is used. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Except that Ishtaran, you shouldn't be getting off on someone watching someone quiver in terror. So don't be silly. Why would that get me excited? Anyway, make sure you put on a tether before you leave the ship. If things start looking dicey, we'll be counting on you to help us out with those incredible command seals. Plus, you know, people can fall a very long ways and miraculously survive, you know. I would rather take my chance skydiving out of a plane than without a parachute than taking a spacewalk, honestly. Because I feel like it has better chances of survival of skydiving without a parachute. Cosmo Wyverns. Also, I just realized that Wyverns have a Hogaze. That is glorious. I also just realized that counter-attacking Mohawk Ace is super freaking strong. I should probably have better enemy awareness, I think. I was about to say, Reflector, please do not crash again. So quickly after your last crash. Alright. Okay, so X is going to survive, which means we have NP, which should be game here, actually. Because we also have enough stars so that we don't need to engage X's. Alright, so do that. And do Chestnut Pace for more quick DACA. And even more DACA. I'm running the original iPhone SE. I know it's, like, stupidly old, and I do know I need to get a new one soon. I'm just very stubborn, you know, about getting new phones and stuff. I like using things until they don't really work anymore. Which is stupid, I know, but it's something I need to do. Because this phone, while it's good, I mean, the thing is though, whoa, that's a lot of small text there. What was that small text blast? We also get Goddess Scripture, event key item, academic documents that contain numerous goddess legends that are acquired throughout the universe, acquired from Saber Wars 2. Acquiring this will unlock Goddess Scripture Quest 1. That looks like a VHS tape. Not gonna lie. But I mean, like, outside of Fate, I don't really do anything intensive resource-wise on my game. Like, or on my phone. Like, I think I have the lowest capacity space model for the SE, and I don't think I even use half of the space it has on it. And yes, that would have been terrifying. Damn, he really is scared, isn't he? Well, I wonder what this stone tablet looking thing that the last Mohawk was carrying could be. Yes, I would be freaking terrified of a spacewalk. I've already explained my reasons. I'm not gonna explain again. I've been pressing it all over, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Brains, it's okay. Doesn't matter if they're da-da-da-da. Effort dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. But you won't think twice if you don't have a brain. Brains, it's okay. Hey, Jigster. Keo Lancer rank up? Of course. Can do. So let me get that level up order document up. I still haven't added Jane to this yet, though. I can be very, very lazy. Allow me to explain. Those are the goddess scriptures. As you surely know, a great many legends of goddesses have been passed around throughout the Servantverse. But here's what you might not know. That tablet there is a result of Professor at the Space Clock Tower, the greatest academic institution known to servantkind, taking it upon themselves to decipher, compile, self-translate, self-publish, and distribute those legends throughout the entire Servantverse. Yes, why is there a talking brain? What exactly is this? Is that I don't remember the mana coming with anything like that. Oh, so that's what the manual was talking about. Stop flicking around. Slow. Stop. Yep. No, come on. And one too high. Nope, stop. 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 Flicking around. It's so sensitive when I try to move around things. Almost. There we go. There we go. Summer Yandere is in position. That's an expository device called Talkie that only pops up under oddly specific circumstances. Yeah, I was just thinking of the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I think the episode I'm even thinking about was one where it was still part of the, with the evil Concarnate thing, too. Of course, I'm just being an old man by speaking of these older cartoons, so I would not be surprised if nobody recognizes them. The menu also said Talkie's designed to seem like it uses conversational interface, but it's actually just playing back pre-recorded audio at appropriate moments. Indeed, my name is Talkie, and I was made just for this day. Foreign traveler, I urge you to make time to collect more goddess scriptures. Once you've collected enough, I will provide you with more knowledge about the Servantverse. I can also help you manage all sorts of things in more minute detail, such as the various rewards you can earn and bounties you can find. I doubt Jane will be of much help with those, since she really isn't that much of a thinker. Aw, poor Jane. Yep, Parvati is indeed the top position for now. It's just a matter of making sure I have enough embers, and then I'll be powering her up. Hey, how come Mr. Brain in a Jar is only throwing shade at me? My name is Talkie, and I was made just for this day. Collect the goddess scriptures, then there you'll find all the answers you seek. Hey, Draconic. Welcome to stream, hobby things. Well, there's a function I didn't know the mana had. Huh, guess I really should have read the instruction manual after all. I get it. When it's your first spaceship, you spend hours poring over the specs because you're just so excited. But by your second, you just want to get on and start cruising the stars. Indeed, Christmas will... Well, I mean... I was going to say it's the Christmas rerun next, but we don't actually know if that will happen. The 15th of November is the start date. Nice. Very nice. Just before the holiday season, too, so... I mean, hopefully he gets the holidays off, so it's going to be like, start the new job, get 2 days off for Thanksgiving and Black Friday, you know? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the Xmas Lotto is going to be like. I know I looked at it already, and I think I determined I'm going to end up having to go double Scotty Dante's for most of it. But I guess I'll find out. Pretty lucky the ship turned out to have a helpful feature you didn't even know about, huh? True, these goddess scriptures might not be worth much, but I guess we should keep an eye out for them wherever we can. Now then, we've still got a long way to go to reach the Forbidden Zone, so we better get a move on. Oh, you're not going to move until a couple weeks after. I see. So then you might also not get into Atlantis right away either. Because Atlantis should be like the very beginning of December. I think. If my noodle serves. About Goddess Scriptures. Acquire Goddess Scriptures to unlock Goddess Scripture quests. Collect Goddess Scriptures to solve the mystery of the Goddess. Mid-December, huh? I really wonder why he is not being translated. So this is defeat 10 ruffian-type enemies. Unlock Bounty Hunt Space Rice Balls. Unlocks Bounty Skullkeeper. Unlock Bounty Absolute Justice Saint Martha. And 5 Serpent Jewels. And the 40 ruffian-type enemies has been unlocked. Alright, so... where are these bounties? I don't see any bounties. Oh, wait. Hang on. I remember. Event items. Let's see. I can't unlock all of them. The guide isn't saying to do this right now. When does the guide call for this to be done? I think the guide isn't calling for this stuff to be done. Yeah, I think that's what the... Yeah, okay, so the guide is showing the various bounties like, just before the mission cleanup stuff. So, yeah, it's... Oh, it's even after that. So, yeah, it's definitely the last thing to do for these bounties. Well, shoot. I wanted to be a bounty hunter right away. Oh, well. So, the next thing is the Goddess Scripture 1, then. In the big blue tank. Is this... I'm curious as to what this world is supposed to be exactly. What did he just say? I feel like I'm missing context here, game, when you speak Japanese and don't give me subs. Goddess Scriptures confirmed. Beginning lesson now. Soul, the bounty hunter. I could never actually be a bounty hunter. I don't want to use a gun. I'd want to use a sword. And it's very hard to non-lethally take somebody down with a sword. I mean, I could literally disarm people, but, you know, that tends to be frowned upon in this modern day and age. Oh, I didn't know that there was a maintenance coming up. Hey! He's the professor. He's the professor of the clock tower. Okay. So Rin's dad's servant form is the professor of the clock tower. Okay. Although we're not sure if it's Rin's dad in the Servantverse, or Ishtar's father. Actually, that begs the question. Do Ishtar and Rin exist in the Servantverse as separate entities? Because I know there is a counter-guardian form of Rin, counter-guardian Tosaka, although then again she is also a joke character, so maybe. But jokes are also the deepest lore, so... The word galaxy actually has more distinctions than you might think. The galaxy we, that is mankind, live in is called the galactic system, like the solar system, while others are just galaxies. The same law should apply to your universe as well. In our universe, the galactic system is synonymous with the name. Its name, the Milky Way. While the generic term galaxy refers to all other galaxies. And in this universe, the Servantverse, its galactic system is called the Shining Blue Galaxy. But that wasn't always the case. Long ago, the Sapphire Galaxy went by a different name, though we no longer knew what that name was, and there seemed to be no way of finding out. What's the Sapphire Galaxy, though? You go from this being the Shining Blue Galaxy to the Sapphire Galaxy. Make up your mind, Professor. Have you not heard of Counter Guardian Tosaka? Let me see if I can't get her page up. Google. Counter Guardian Tosaka. I am going to be linking Counter Guardian Tosaka to the chat here. Visit the page and be amazed! Okay, there we go. That all went away when everything was rewritten during the Great Universe Update. So was the Universe Update exactly what it sounds like. Before the update, people existed in physical bodies alone, but from the day on the update, they abandoned their bodies in favor of containers for their souls, spirit origins, thereby freeing themselves from the finite lifespan and abilities. So, the Servantverse is the Apocrypha timeline when Amakusa won. That's literally what he's saying. The Servantverse is. It's essentially the Apocrypha timeline, but Amakusa wins. And in doing so, the galactic system's entire population transformed into servants. Maybe with a strange, unexpected twist. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, does that mean ordinary humans no longer exist here? And the answer to that is no. If anything, they now play a more important role than ever. After all, only an ordinary human is capable of becoming a master. Well, that's a story for another time. The point is, in this way, the Shining Blue Galaxy became solely populated by servants. And since servants are essentially souls made tangible, and any universe they inhabit needs to have a huge amount of energy in order to support their existence. True. Doesn't Sakura live with Luvia's family in the Apocrypha timeline? And she's like a masked wrestler or something? Or is that just fan theory that I've heard? So as a result of this universe's humans becoming servants, ether became nearly omnipresent in the universe. In fact, there are all sorts of different substances in the shining blue galaxy, in addition to ether and the same kind of cosmic dust that your universe has. Numerous other kinds of particles, such as Artorium, Elisa, Guda Guda, Kekion, Sakura, and Velbra have been discovered as well. Okay. So, the Servantverse is the source for Artorium. For the Elisa particles that Liz gives off, which just begs the question of, is Saber Wars 3 going to be somehow Liz focused as we have to take down a deity level Liz? Guda Guda particles are also here, which means the Guda Guda squad, aka probably Nobu, has some big presence in the Servantverse. Kaikion, that's Cersei, I believe. I think Kaikion is the Greek dish Cersei makes, I want to say. Sakura, which, I mean, I guess it would make sense for there to be a space Ereshkigal if there's a space Ishtar. And Velber is originally from the Servantverse as well. That explains why Attila's so strong, or Altera, I suppose. No. The source of foreigners is all sorts of eldritch entities, including capitalism. Don't forget. Do not forget. XX's patron is capitalism itself. And of course, there are bound to be more in the future. The shining blue galaxy is fairly overflowing with potential. It exists in a wholly new universe where hypothetical scenarios are put to the test equally. However, that wasn't the case in the old universe. In those days, most people were human and God still existed. We now call that old universe the one where all this began, the Origin Universe. Though we don't know why the Origin Universe allowed itself to be rewritten into the shining blue galaxy. I think a certain priest might have defeated a homunculus with a dragon heroic spirit's heart in a battle to the death that was also interrupted by a saint inhabiting the body of a girl who just happens to look identical to her. Really, when you say that kind of stuff aloud, Apocrypha has a really weird set of circumstances. After all this took place 5 billion years ago, and humanity only started to flourish in the shining blue galaxy around 500,000 years ago. Needless to say, it is all but impossible to account for roughly 4.9 billion years gap, so we have no records of the Origin Universe anymore. 5 billion years may be an impossibly long time for us humans to comprehend, but for the universe, or rather for a god, I expect what happened 5 billion years ago is hardly any time at all. And that means, if a being from the Origin Universe still exists in the shining blue galaxy today, we will need to be extremely cautious around it. Such a being would have stood at the pinnacle of an ancient civilization that far out surpassed our own, and would consider the progress we made in our universe to be perhaps even insulting. They would look upon it with fresh eyes, as though this had all happened only yesterday. Interesting thought process. He has. And you also have an interesting point there, Draconic. Very, very true points there. Any number of those circumstances could have happened. Love other ways, alternate timeline for an alternate timeline to exist. Big Blue Tank 1. Alright, so this node is got no drops whatsoever. Oh. Excuse me. We'll go ahead and bring Spishtar, and we will go ahead and... It doesn't really matter which one I do. Yeah, it really doesn't matter which squad I use for now. Let's go ahead and use this squad and keep XA with binary songstress on for the damage. And go! Alternate History Hub. That sounds familiar. I mean, I've always, well, not always, but for the longest time, I've been enamored with the idea of a multiverse sort of things, you know? Okay, sure, I set the ship to autopilot. Thanks, Jane. What do you say we all take a little break, then? The planet is big and blue. I've never been to this part of the Servantverse before, so this might be my first time seeing it, too. Let me see. Hey, Talkie, what kind of planet is this? Planet named Big Blue Tank. Primary industry, liquefied gas. I was kind of thinking that might be the case. A gas giant, Big Blue Tank is named for its external resemblance to an ancient spherical gas tanks. Cody does not ring a bell, no. Among the space nomads who live on nearby asteroids and satellites, it is known as the Goddess's Brooch. A Goddess's Brooch, huh? She must have been crazy huge to wear a whole planet around her neck. Yeah, no. It sounds familiar, like I might have heard of it, but I don't think I've ever watched anything like that. Yeah, should have probably just gone with Jewel there. If only there really was a jewel that big. That'd be neat and all, but it couldn't be very valuable if there was that much of it to go around. Sure, I'd have no complaints at all if it was worth a ton of credits, too. But there's just something romantic about the idea of a jewel the size of a planet, don't you think? I mean... I honestly would not be surprised if somewhere out in the galaxy there is a mass the size of a planet that is literally just a giant gemstone. It, honest to God, would not surprise me. The things society at large deems valuable are important and all, but what's more important are the things you value personally, right? When you find something and its beauty really speaks to you, you've got to hang on to it. A designer Leo can't possibly take the place of that. Take Soul's glowing impression of that planet, for example. It was the most innocent thing I've heard in ages. I'm surprised you're such a romantic, Ishtar. And why should that be so surprising exactly? Anyway, Toggy says it's a gas giant, right? Well, we can't land on a planet that's just one giant ball of gas now, can we? Oh yeah, good point. And if we can't land on it, we can't make camp for the night there either. Forget about making camp. If we get caught in its gravitational field, we might never get back out. Like they say, the prettier the planet, the greater the danger. Anyway, there is no reason for us to stop there, so let's just keep moving on. I might take a look at it. Alternate History Hub. Is it on YouTube, I'm guessing? And that said, one thing we can do is use the Big Blue's gravity to conserve warp fuel, Jane. On to piloting Mana's course, slingshot around the planet as we speak. I mean, we're going to use Big Blue's gravitational field to swing us around and give us more momentum. Do hammer throws in your universe? It's just like that, only Mana's the hammer. Like, wham, boom, wah. Get it? Never mind Jane's attempts at explanation. Just make sure you're strapped in. Oh no, it's actually a decent explanation. Not gonna lie. It is a decent explanation, although I did already know what a gravitational slingshot was. I do not remember where I know about gravitational slingshots, but I do know about gravitational slingshots. This cockpit's gravity controller is a cheap piece of junk, so if you're not buckled up tight, you're gonna get intimately acquainted with the wall in a second. So where are we warping to? Guess it's too much to hope we can just jump straight to the Forbidden Zone, huh? Unfortunately, the Mana's a pretty old ship, so it can't really warp far. Yeah, it does look quite new and sparkly. That's because Ishtar takes really good care of her stuff. I know she acts like a rough and tumble cowgirl, but she's actually more of a dainty dreamer at heart. Oh, our ship isn't looking new has nothing to do with how I take care of my stuff. It's because we can't keep anything for more than a month before you get bored and toss it. If I didn't know better, I'd think you just never had any material attachments. Maybe I don't. I just don't feel right hanging on to more than the bare minimum of stuff I need to get. I guess it's a habit from my Space Scout days. Or someone to be a minimalist, you sure like to make new modifications to my ship without asking permission. Hey, I always tell you what I'm going to do before I do it, and I don't mess with that much stuff anyways. All I've done is boost the engine and nav systems, improve fire control, and reinforce the ship's hull. Besides that, in the cabin expansion, there isn't any. Alright, I almost forgot about the consumables. I use plenty of those in secret. Oh! That explains a lot about Jane's demeanor. That definitely explains a lot about Calamity Jane's demeanor. She's a pothead. That's pretty much half the ship right there. Is that the Spatian Kage Ryu? Can't be. I'm not seeing any artorium reactors on the radar of the other space lights outside the... We're taking fire from 3 and 7 o'clock, but it's not laser fire. It's arrows from archers. Arrows in space? What the actual hell? Man, no wonder I didn't see anything on the radar. They're using a bunch of space oxen and space horses. Now I see. They must be in space nomad territory. So, hang on. This line from Jane. The consumables that she uses in secret. That explains so much about her absent-minded and minimalist demeanor. But space nomads, huh? I've heard they keep to themselves as long as no one strays into their territory. But the way they're coming after us now, I can only guess we're in pretty deep now. So they're not part of the space Shinkageryo, then we ought to be able to reason with them. Hey, stop that, damn it! Mana's armor isn't thick enough to handle that much fire. Why not? Also, I think Reflector just crashed again. I need to do a Google search on Reflector 4 at this point. Google search and the general thing. How much does it cost? Only $17.99. That's not actually a bad price. $17.99 is not a bad price. Note to self: probably invest in Reflector 4 sometime soon. Because I'm getting tired of all these crashes from Reflector. She's very all about aesthetics. Huh? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. External modifications are the one thing Instern always notices right away. And she absolutely refuses to move the ship an inch until I put everything back the way it was. And it's not that, it's because the added weight and reduced space aerodynamics seriously reduced light year age. Oh hey, we're getting a transmission. I'll put it up on the main monitor. Hold it right there, Servantverse civilization. I'm Altera, the great king of the shooting star people. This planet is our goddess's jewel, her brooch. We forbid you from approaching any closer. You're a space nomad. Listen, this is all big a misunderstanding. We're not trying to go to this planet at all. We're just passerbys who want to borrow its gravitation for a slingshot boost. Could you maybe call off your attacks for the moment? I refuse. You're all surely part of that foul organization. Now my rainbow sword shall put an end to your wicked natures. Besides, I can sense an immense evil emanating from your ship. No doubt you lot are going around fighting others for the Saber badge to line your pockets and fill your bellies. I'm guessing you're kin to some fallen goddess. You should be ashamed of yourself for succumbing so completely to its capitalist avarice. I think it's time you lost some of that wealth. Did she just swing her sword at us from way out there? I can't believe she's got that kind of reach. There's no fake Saber Soul. She's the real deal, screaming them as they come. Oh dear, but I wasn't planning on fighting anyone who isn't part of the Space Shinkageryo, but now I'm pissed. I'm going out there to give her a piece of my mind. Yeah, sure. Alright, I'll hit the brakes and turn us around. Next, you handle the controls for a while, okay? Come on, let's go, Soul.
Can I stay in here and help with the controls?
Hey, who do you think you are? Scratching my ship like that. That's what you came to tell me. Huh. You've got a lot of nerve for being angry about a scratch. You know, in this ascension, that bridal veil really does just look like very long hair. After you Space Shinkageryo allies drove that cursed stake into the heart of the Holy Planet to steal its blessings. Huh? I was kind of wondering about that giant metal sticking out of the thing. Like, is that part of the planet, or... Oh, did you just say Space Shinkageryo? Well, no more. I'm going to return you all to space dust and offer you up to the Great Shooting Star. For it is the Great Shooting Star's teachings that all civilizations must be reset. So you are refusing to listen to reason, huh? Okay, then you leave me no choice. Stand back, Soul. I'm going to make her calm down and listen to us one way or another. Okay, I'm gonna go back inside the ship then, you know? Just kind of stay out of the way. Just stay out of the way. Okay, so... Okay, this is not that bad. This is not that bad at all. We'll want to get Space Ishtar. To, get an NP off. Which means just a little more oomph should do. Hopefully XA does not perish here. Fury and good. XA lives. Devil's Shadar. Multiple Starling EX. Venus Driver. We'll make it Buster. And more stars. And less stars for Waver. And NP ready to go. And let's also heal XA. There we go. Alrighty, let's go, let's go, let's go. Even despite having his star weight down, he still absorbs most of those frickin' stars. Kind of ridiculous. Good job, Space Ishtar. If only you came home to me, I would have been able to see for myself exactly how strong you are. But sadly, I shall only see you in this quest, for Kama will be the one to be my AoE Avenger. So you truly aren't part of the Space Shinkage Ryu? Hell no! In fact, we were just on our way to take them all out. You want to take the Space Shinkage Ryu down? I find it hard to believe such a thing is even possible. But very well. For the moment, I will hear what you have to say, retrofuturistic servant. Retrofuturistic? I'm not really sure what you mean by that, but thanks. And I'm sorry we barged into your territory without asking permission. Anyway, is it true that there are servants from Space Shinkage Ryu on this planet? It is not only outside the planet, but inside it as well. Take a look at that. The giant metal stake? Yeah, I see it. I see the stake. It looks like the top part of a space elevator. We're close enough now that I can tell it's huge. The Space Shinkage Ryu have been making off with fragments of the goddess's jewel from the head of that stake. Hey Jane, didn't you say this planet's only export was condensed gas? That's what Taki said, at least. Then something doesn't add up. There's way too much equipment for shipping out gas. They wouldn't be able to sell it off quickly enough to offset the cost of upkeep, let alone make a profit. So what's going on? There used to be many more of those wretched stakes before we destroyed them. We enjoyed that part a lot. Unfortunately, the last one is much bigger than the others. It's also guarded much more heavily. Whenever we try to get close, they run and hide in the planet's cloud cover, where we can't go after them. Why? Our people are forbidden from approaching the holy planets. If we did so, we would risk incurring the goddess's wrath and being trapped in a sea of ice for all of time. So your goddess gets angry at you? Like you're stern angry? And just what the heck is that supposed to mean? How is my anger different from anyone else's? Besides, it's not like I go around flying off the handle every little sight. And only a seriously evil goddess would ever doom someone to an icy eternity just because they passed by too closely. Not if this goddess is real. If this goddess is real, she should never let anyone mess with her jewels like this. Seems to me like this one needs to re-examine her priorities. I don't think that's it, Ishtar. I'm pretty sure that's just the Nomad's way of saying that it's dangerous to get too close to the planet. Their ships don't have the powerful enough engines, or sturdy enough hulls for that matter, to escape the planet's gravity well. So they tell young Nomads not to get too close, lest they incur the goddess's wrath. Of course she's eating the pudding. Of course. Shush, it's not like I have to do something sweet to perform a cool-headed analysis. Though yes, since I didn't get to do anything like that in battle, I'm downing it by the 4-pack as we speak. Oh, that'd be tea time. Then would tea time be a good time for a kid? Would a good time for a chat? But I've always wanted to do girl talking tea. Well, you did do that, like, not even a week ago. At least your servant form that I summoned did. So there's a space in Kageria based on that planet, which means there's a chance the sword fighter is there. Hey, Altera. Just because you guys can't go there doesn't mean we can't, right? It's not that simple. Just letting you go there would set a poor example for the new nomads, after all. That being said, you have certainly proven that you are not our enemy and that your bravery rivals ours. If you were to demonstrate your bravery even further, we could be willing to look the other way if you were to go visit the goddess's brooch. I got you. It must be tough being a leader in your position. Alright then, if we get rid of the space Shinkageria people hanging around above the planet first, that should prove that we're brave enough to go into the planet itself, right? Glad to see you're paying attention. I'm reminded of a clever man who visited here once a long time ago. Very well then. Once you have proven your bravery, we can let you visit the goddess's brooch. But be warned, we will be watching you very closely. If you should betray us, we will not warn you again. Thank goodness we managed to work something out. So on that note, I'd hate to ask, but would you guys mind it if we made a little pit stop? Yeah, we need fuel and info anyway, so what's wrong with it? Right. You are. Only cowards would run away without helping these people now, and we're definitely not cowards. Thanks, guys. How are things looking with the Space Shinkage Ryu, Jane? And just like Altera said, they're hanging out near the space elevator. This is great. We can suck up on Artorium and kick some Space Shinkage Ryu ass all at the same time. Got it. Then I'll put mine on autopilot and set it to remain in geostationary orbit. This way, you'll be able to head out whenever you want. If there's anything else I can help with, just let me know. Trust me, it's been a dream come true getting takedown sabers without worrying about the legalities. She knew it was illegal. Oh, X. Will do. Alright then, let's get this cleanup operation started, shall we?
We shall.
Alright. So, we get another mysterious substance. Probably gamma. That looks like the gamma symbol. So, mission number 56 needs to be completed to proceed forwards. Mission 56 is already done. There we go. 10 missions gets us 100 prisms. 10 quests on this planet gets us 10 eternal ice. And now that unlocked 20 quests on the planet. Our in progress is 40 ruffians, 20 quests, and 5 servants with a strength A or higher unlocks Big Blue Tank 2 and 5 Mystic Spinal Fluid. And that unlocks the defeat 10. So we can continue with the story. We can skip a step. Skip, skip, skip. So Big Blue Tank, this is a silver currency node. Okay, okay. We'll bring you and we'll go with this party. Again, okay, so here we go. The Big Blue Tank. My, it's hard to believe Billy is gone. Perhaps he let his confidence get the better of him. I suppose that would be a fitting end for him. My instructions are the same for you. Capture the catalyst and bring him to me. Failure will not be tolerated. Of course, my lady, your wish is my command. If the interlopers in question are headed towards your forbidden zone from Texas beyond, they'll inevitably have to pass through this area. And fortunately for us, this planet itself is a large and enticing trap. I expect it's only a matter of time before those meddling busybodies practically jump into my arms. I can't wait. Just be certain about making sure you do not freeze them or add them to your collection. The master must arrive here alive. Not to worry, I'm well aware. Alright, ta-ta for now. Glory to Space Shinkage Ryu and the goddess. I did not recognize that silhouette. Well, she's still a little too cool. She's still a little too cool of a customer. Are you sure she can handle this?
Worry not, my lady. After all, her cruelty to her opponents once she has lured them in close is utterly unfathomable. She's not called the freezing sword for nothing. Her strength lies in her temperament, not her swordplay.
Well, yeah, seeing how she wasn't originally a saber.
Of course, there's always the chance she ends up freezing them anyway, or just claims it was some accident or somehow unavoidable.
You don't see that as a problem? Yeah, I kind of prefer the hot to the cold, so being frozen is not on my to-do list. Magnificently done, now. I have no doubts you are serious about defeating the Space Shinkage Ryu. Yes, I am. I didn't kill a single one of the free quest ones, but I'm serious about it.
Permission to board, Captain.
To give me my word, yes, you can. We'll stay up here and keep watch, so you don't find yourself surrounded. Time for you to take on your GSSR. Oh, the servant you got from your GSSR pool? I don't remember who that was. Okay, the space elevator's all ours. I set it up so we can control it from the mana, although... Hey, Sharon, are you sure it's safe for us to go to the Big Blue? Ah, Protea. She is a bonus servant in this quest, so I'm not surprised that you have to fight her at some point. I'm guessing she's probably a bounty. You don't think its gravity might end up smushing us into the space pancakes if we get too close to its core? Oh, she's a meteor? Aw. Poor Protea. I said I'm a bit worried about that as well. You could be going straight to your deaths. Think about it. If it's really safe enough for Space Kageria to set up a base where people can live, then it must be safe enough for us to go in. So no, I'm not worrying about going inside. All I'm worried about is who will be there waiting for us. Since we have to use that elevator, there's no way we can sneak in undetected. We'll probably have to fight them off the moment the doors open. So make sure you all stay sharp down there, and if we happen to run into one of the 6 blades, take them alive. You got it. I'm counting on you, Master. Hey, we're in Russia. We are back in Mother Russia. This is horrible. I had no idea there would be so much bedrock around the core. Well, according to these readings I'm seeing here, it's a natural mine with some unbelievable kinds of ore. This place is practically a mountain of invaluable resources, Ishtarin. Oh man, I'm also seeing a bunch of hostile readings on our way through this blizzard. Guess we won't have time to go through treasure hunting after all. Oh. No gemstones for you, goddess. I don't know what you mean. That mountain of gemstones wasn't tempting me at all. Nope, not this goddess. No way, no how. Sigurd! ×2. My, it's hard to believe you claim to be a goddess servant when you go around dressed like that. I'm sure it's just a title you gave yourself, but was it so completely absurd? Well, it just starts to feel like a cruel joke. You're a commoner who worked herself to the bone just to get the prestigious tool and now goes around bragging about it to everyone who will listen. Is this a cry for help? Would you feel better if I made friends with you? Who are you calling a commoner? You don't even have the guts to face me without hiding behind your soldiers, you aristo hick. That was a very good comeback. Did you also graduate from Queen's by any chance? If so, we share the same alma mater. Anastasia! There you are, and from that aura of yours, you must be one of the 6 blades. Hello. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to the Big Blue Tank. Hi there. I'm Anastasia Lakekicker, the woman who encased Big Blue's core in this icy membrane. Also, I didn't realize that this is her 3rd ascension, isn't it? I didn't realize her 3rd ascension was a strapless dress. It looks very good on her. And it's got... Okay. I don't really get the... I just realized that her arms are fairly bare as well there. It's an interesting outfit. As a noble woman, I usually like to offer my guests a nice sweet cup of tea, but you gave up the right to be treated as a guest when you trespassed on my private land, so I'm afraid you'll have to be disappointed without a trace now. Your private land? That's rich coming from the person who showed up here to steal it. Whether this planet belongs to a goddess or not, I know damn well it doesn't belong to the Space Shrine Kageryu. Of course it doesn't, that's why I'm only asserting ownership over this land, not the planet. I worked hard to cultivate this icy land, and you have no idea how much it costs to keep it running. And if that wasn't bad enough, there's no end of petty thieves who try to make off with gas and artorium. You should count yourselves lucky, really. Most of the thieves who come here end up at the bottom of the methane sea. We'd never even know about them if they didn't turn up freeze-dried whenever we cleaned the pipeline. But oh, I was wondering if there was some sort of joke with the banana as a hammer thing there, but yeah, I don't like the cold. Please don't say that, Soul. Now you're making me feel cold. Sam, it really is freezing over here. Well, I'm sorry you two are pretty much in swimsuits. I thought I could just ignore it if I pretend not to notice it, but no, this is just absurdly cold. Oh, sorry, please don't mind me. Goddamn cold. It's Anastasia Alter. You're right, it's cold here. Really freaking cold. But you only have to deal with it for a little while. Me, on the other hand, I'm stuck here forever. I haven't been transferred once ever since I let the boss know I was good with cold environments and got assigned to this planet. Yes, the pay is great, and that's really nice. But I have nothing to spend it on. Not even SpaceX will deliver to this planet. And now I can't even quit because I've become so used to the climate here that I can't go to any planet where the temperature even briefly goes above 0. I haven't tried commissioning a frozen container once, so I could travel around the universe only to mistakenly end up delivered to fish markets everywhere I went. Oh, poor Anastasia. Thanks to all my memories of that trip are of the salty sea breeze and yummy seafood. And of course, all my workers are robots, so while they're great at their jobs, they're lousy conversationalists. It's so boring here I could die. My body might be used to the cold now, but my heart will always yearn for warmer climes. It really is the opposite of Summer 3, Anastasia. But you know, if you're not used to it, you can just gradually assimilate yourself to being used to more warm temperatures. Duh. Yeah, you poor thing. I'm sorry, it's been so long since I had guessed that I couldn't help getting a bit worked up. By the way of apology, please allow my elite security guards to entertain you. Oh, she's just letting all the feelings she's been holding back run wild now, isn't she? I'll say this kind of overblown excitement is so familiar to me, it's actually kind of making me want to relax my guard. No, I can't afford to relax it now. Here they come, Soul. I can see the glint of the silver saber badges even in this heavy blizzard. I guess these robots really are elite. But unfortunately for them, I conceal my presence in this weather just as well as I can in the dead of the night. Let's do the Saber Ninja art. Mount Roko Avalanche. With all this snow here to hide me, my fire support will have them stunned in no time. I don't think snow makes any difference to your skills. Okay. So, Wyverns and Sigurd Disciples. Okay. This doesn't seem so bad just yet. I should have probably... Oh! So, okay. So that's what she meant by her fire support. It's constantly going. Gotcha, game. I get you now, game. Me and the game, we're vibing. We're on the same wavelength now. I'm picking up what the game is putting down. Good job, Sunny One. Wava. The Protea Meteor hath been vanquished. Poor Protea. Her goal in life is just to be head pat. Yet there is nobody big enough to properly pat her head. It's such a sad and sorry fate. Sorry, I'm getting emotional about this. It's just so sad to think of Protea's cruel fate of never being able to be head pat properly. Alright, we have X's NP here, but not the time to use it just yet, so go like this. Kill 2 dragons with 2 swords. I'd love to get the sun off. That hurt. As did that. But we have double NPs now. No, we have single NP because I know how to do math. I swear I know how to do my math. Do this. Since XA will be running out of gas here. Defense down is awesome. Focus this one. I totally remembered to press all my buttons. Doo-doo-doo. Alright. So we are actually getting close to the end of the big blue tank. However, it does look like there is a lot of missions coming up soon that might require me to do the free quest a couple times. Ooh, that was so close to being an excellent number. Literally 2 points off. Oh, that could have been a glorious number there. Could have been a glorious number. Partly on. Alright, and now it is your turn, X. Oh, for sure, for sure. She is my go-to servant for this one. My Space Sith Lord can be this powerful. hurt when she also has the event damage CE going for her as well. Jiang Yu and Jane bond up, and we get more Saber badges. I do need to look up how to get, because I've heard rumor. I just remember that, like, not like I just remember, but I remember that there was talk back when this event originally dropped in GP. Saber class on me. I guess X probably would be the best. Does not look like there is any drops here, so we'll just go with this setup. But I remember that there was some talk about there being a special cutscene with XA somewhere in this event. But I don't remember how you get it. And I want to see this cutscene. Hey guys, is it just me, or were those robots sabers? It's not just you. They were crazy strong. In my book, no self-respecting saber would ever mix throwing daggers and swordplay, but I can't deny that they otherwise fought like the real thing. I guess Space Kage-Ryu actually does have some genuine sword fighters amongst its ranks. And neither do those robots were all cloned from Lady Ashtart's personal bodyguards. They used to be stationed on Dark Mana before I secretly froze them and brought them here. I couldn't get by here without them, but I can't deny they're slower here than they were on Dark Mana. I suppose this isn't exactly the most optimal working environment for them. Yeah, they couldn't even say their voiced lines. Indeed, not to beat a dead horse or anything, but this place is really cold, isn't it? Most of the time, that's all there is here. There's no sounds, no smells. Everything here just freezes, shatters, and falls into the ice ocean, never to be seen again. It's a cruel, cruel world, but it's nothing if not clean and efficient here. And having you wild space watch bounty hunters show up here, all covered in dust and grime, utterly ruins that. Unless, of course, you've got some sort of special gift for me to make up for that. Like, say, a rare one-of-a-kind master. Sure, I've got a gift for the host. I was taught my manners, after all. Here, I brought you a ton of lead. Ice barrier. Oh, crap, she just deflected those shots with soul-freezing cold. Quit shooting at her. This member of the Six Blades specializes in fighting archers. My, your friend there is exceptionally observant. I can't believe she figured it out that quickly. Yes, I am one of the Six Blades. I am in a stage of the Freezing Sword, aka the Archer Killer. That is to say, I'm an all-new kind of saber, one who is strong against lancers and archers alike. Yeah, do you even qualify as a saber at that point, then? I actually agree with you, but putting that aside... Master from another universe, distinguished bodyguards. I am told you defeated Billy at Texas Beyond. In which case, perhaps you already know why it is I'm going to say next. You want us to hand Soul over, right? Then maybe we can figure out what I'm going to say next. Hell no. Now I've got a question for you. And what might that be? What is this Space Kage-Ryu actually mining here? Because I'm pretty sure it's not just precious gems. Really? That's what you want to know? That's not very interesting. How disappointing. But very well. I can't very well send my guests down to hell empty-handed, so if that's truly the answer you want, I'll tell you. This planet's core is made up of incredibly dense, high-quality artorium. That being the case, well, I doubt I need to tell you what someone could make with that gas that composes the bulk of the planet. No, this whole planet is actually an artorium refinery? Are they that rare, these refineries? Well, Master, artorium can indeed be found all throughout the Servantverse, but despite that, it's also incredibly annoying to work with because, for whatever reason, it's near impossible to find or make whenever you really need it. That's why I wasn't able to repair my Stallion 2, which led to the whole Saber Wars 1 thing, but I digress. My point is, everyone needs artorium, but it's really, really hard to get your hands on a steady supply of it. So if there was a place where you could mine and sell as much as you wanted, you'd make an absolute killing. The next place Space from Kage-Ryu could afford to build such an elaborate facility. And here I thought you guys were warriors, not a bunch of petty crooks. Of course we are. Who do you think eliminated everyone that stood in our way? I don't know what kind of underhanded trick you used to defeat Billy, but it won't work on me. You're in my territory now. This frigid ocean is cold enough to freeze the very sun. Now it will be your grave. Do your worst, you Hicks. Anastasia the Freezing Sword will turn you all into Santa Claus in the dead of winter. Oh, I get it, because we'll be frozen so solid we'll end up with ice beards. Nice. Hey, X. If it's cool with you, I'm going to sit this one out. I don't think I'll be much up here anyways. You better believe I'm going to bring it. Besides, I have a feeling me and the Ice Queen here have lots in common. Maybe. I honestly don't know. Alright. What do we have? The Fatal Battle. Deep Freeze Blade Anastasia. Bowman should die. Class affinity change. Well, it's a good thing I don't have a single archer amongst me. Actually, that's a lie. I think I've got some in the back line, but that's beside the point. I've got an XA here who will be more than capable of taking you down, Anastasia. If you don't take her down first, let's just do a little bit of evasioning. And, you know, actually probably start with the buffs. We should get NP after this turn. So having all the capabilities of being charged up should be very nice. Let's also get some more stars to work with here. Good, good, good. And fire support. And Ephemeral Shadowless Blade for even more stars. Almost a perfect thing. Let's lower Waver's star weight. There we go. This break bar is done. And it's only one time. I'm going to save that then. It'd be nice to see the numbers, but I don't want to waste it. I didn't even... Oh. I feel sorry for Anastasia right now. We just slaughtered her. You'll be like Uncle Moros. Mystic Eyes of Penetration. Ignore invincibility and arts up. No! You killed XA. Die. Stupid ignore invincibility. Like, what are the frickin' odds she would proc that? Oh, that grinds my gears. Because I was all geared up to do a massive frickin' blast of death there. And Anastasia just had to ruin it. With a frickin' ignore invincibility. How could she hurt X in such a manner? Get her that attack debuff. And I guess get an evasion going, Jiang Yu, so that if we don't knock her out here, you can at least survive. And maybe kill her next turn. I was hoping for more crits there. To really see that extra saber damage kick in, but can't always get what you want. Bye, Waver and X. Jiang Yu. It's time to show what you can do. Because Mash isn't actually here, so that's not actually Mash. That's just the cardboard cutout of Mash I carry everywhere with me, so that she's always there. Always there. Captain Chaldea levels up, and mission completed. Woot! Bum ba dum, bum ba dum. Maybe a little bit. It's over. Your evil business shuts down today, so you're fired and you won't be getting a golden parachute. I can't believe I lost so miserably. No, never mind that. Your swordplay. And now that I look closer, your face. What's going on? Does this mean there's more than one primordial goddess? Uh-huh. Keep your hands where we can see them, sister. It's obvious you're not out of commission yet. Now get yourself up and don't try anything stupid. We don't want to kill you, we just want the bounty on your head. That and all the info on the Spatian Kaguryu you can give us. I'll be straight with you, Anastasia. I'm not after you. I know there's another sword fighter in Spatian Kaguryu who uses the same katana I do. So I want you to tell me where I can find them and what their name is. On second thought, I'm guessing that Asteroid Lady's the sword fighter I'm looking for. Am I right? I'm afraid you'll just have to meet the boss and see her for yourself. As for me, I'm Grand Duchess. I won't ever kneel and beg for mercy. Why? Because... Oh crap, Ishtar sold the whole Lamus is starting to collapse. She must have blown up the bedrock. We've got to get out of here before we fall straight in the big blue's core. Anastasia! You can't kneel and beg if there's no ground to kneel on, right? I am the Grand Duchess of Ice. The times betrayed me. My people banished me. I refuse to be captured or forced to live in the world at large to guide its rules. If my story has come to an end, then all that's left for me is to sink in the bottom of icy sea. But I'm glad at the end I made a friend to keep me company in the frigid eternity. What do you say? Will you join me? Being your friend is one thing, but there's no way in hell I'm dying with you. Come on, guys, let's hurry the elevator. My, you would leave me here to die? How cruel. Oh, please, you think I don't know your game? I can already tell you have a one-person escape pod prepped and ready to go. Damn, you figured it out, huh? And I thought I had you. I suppose great minds really do think alike. Are you sure you wouldn't be friends with, after all, goddess of good? I'll think about it if we both make it out of here. See you around, you obnoxiously difficult to kill Grand Duchess. More like obnoxiously killer, because she killed me quite hard. Or at least she killed some of my team quite hard. We made it! Atmospheric pressure has reached armor-crushing levels, recording wind speeds of 2,500 kilometers per hour. 38 seconds until we reach the big blue score. 38 seconds until the mana is destroyed. Oh, we didn't make it. Oh crap, the mana will never be able to withstand that pressure at the gas giant's core. We'll be pulled into that, and this whole ship will be the size of a raisin. Jane, fire up the engine. Full throttle. Give it all the artillery we got. I don't think it'll work. There's no way we're getting out of this gravitational field with the standard space horsepower. And if we're going to survive, I think we're going to have to do that thing you hate, Ishtarin. Oh, you don't mean... What you talking about? The man is a pretty old model, but that also means it's pretty easy to understand its workings. And one nice side effect is the better the energy you feed it, the better the output you get in return. So if we feed it some gems, it'll have just as much prep as Ishtarin. We don't have a choice. Alright, fine. Besides, it was my idea to stop by here in the first place, and I know all the gems in the Servantverse won't do me any good if I'm not alive to enjoy them. So, okay, we can use my gems, but, how much are we talking exactly? Give me a sec, just gotta do some quick math. Let's see. We'll need either 500 kilograms of space lapis lazuli or 350 kilograms of space rubies. Oh, red as rubies from Rage. What? That's a choice. 500 kilos... 500 kilos or 350 kilos. Of course, if you want to really splurge and use space diamonds. Are you nuts? Are you sure we can't get away with, say, a tenth of that? Sorry, Strin, but this is physics. It's not a street market. No haggling. There's gotta be, like... I was gonna say there's gotta be, like, 5 seconds or something. 10 seconds until the point of no return. 9, 8, 7... Anastasia's waving goodbye. Bye, Anastasia. Why do you look so happy about this? 6, 5, 4... Ishtarin, 3, 2, 1. You can't take them with you. What am I doing? Jane, give it all the rubies we've got. We'll skip some steps and do a short range jump, get us away from Big Blue as fast as we can move. You got it. Bye-bye, limiters. Let's go, mana. Let's go. Am I buckled in? Because I feel like if I'm not, I'm about to become paste. Mission completed. Woo! And the final quest of the Big Blue Tank 2. Did we make it? All turbulence on Big Blue Tank has ceased. The area is now safe. Another close call for our heroic bounty hunters. Glad that's over with. So how is this shark doing? Is she one of the sleep pots to recover from the shock of losing all those gems? It looks like she's up on the deck thanking Altera. She's always been conscientious about things like that. She's trying to get some gems, isn't she? Very impressive bounty hunter. I quite enjoyed sitting back with a leg of mutton to eat and watching the show you all put on. Zerko even recorded the whole thing. He says he would like to make a sci-fi movie from the footage. Apparently he plans on calling it Worthless Goddess vs. Grand Duchess of Ice, Showdown on the Frosty Sea. That sounds like the title of a monster movie, not a sci-fi fic. Oh, whatever. If you want to make a movie, go ahead. Just make sure you send me residuals if it sells well. Anyway, what are you going to do about that elevator shift now that the mining operations have ceased? We will leave it as it is. We trust the goddess will take care of it when the time is right. Thanks for all of your help. Almost nothing. We were in the area anyway. So hey, you wouldn't happen to know a shortcut to any forbidden zones, would you? Like say one right around here on the interstellar map? Seek the floor of space. Hey, you know about this place? Have you ever been there? I've not, for we have no business there. But if that's where you wish to go in the time of the essence, then you should take the path of the stones. Path of the stones? You mean the asteroid belt not far from here? It says here that there are black holes in space debris blocking off various routes through it, and it looks impossible to navigate with a standard space map. But if we can get through, it does look like it could be a shortcut. And while Sol haven't said anything about it, I'm sure he's dying to get home as soon as he can. So this will be a good chance to prove he might the right choice coming with me. That said, I must warn you that is a dangerous route, and autopilot will be of no help to you. So after seeing what you are all capable of, I expect you should be able to manage it through there and about the average 90-minute runtime of a film without needing the extra time for trailers. Well, I'm sure I'll figure something out. Thanks for all your help, Altera. By the way, are you? Am I what? No, never mind. May the goddess watch over you on your journey. Once this string gets back, we can finally do the slingshot maneuver around Big Blue. I can't wait. Can I ask you something, Jane? Oh, what's up? Is it something you don't want Ishrin overhearing? Yeah, why is she an Avenger? Good question. I don't have a clue either. She doesn't seem like she has one. How about you, Sol? Does she seem like a demon driven solely by her resentment and need for vengeance? She is in one sense. Oh, you mean how greedy she can be? Well, there's a reason for that. Ever since a little incident years ago, Ishrin kind of had no choice but to become more predatory about money stuff. But don't worry, deep down, I promise she's a hard worker who's really, really earnest. She definitely seems it. Okay, I'm back. Come on, let's rev up the engines and get going. We're going through an asteroid belt next, so it's time for me to work my piloting magic. So we'll be breaking through the Sargasso region, huh? A shortcut sounds great to me. Oh, by the way, Shar, I was wondering, what was up with the way you and the Grand Duchess were trading bobs that, even as you kept that tone polite? Have you two met before or something? No, it's not that. Ishrin just used to attend the school for proper young ladies, so she already knows how to handle princesses. A school for proper young ladies? Well, you got a problem with that? I wasn't always a bounty hunter, you know. I used to go to school like anyone else. I see. I guess every servant has their own story, huh? Still, I was surprised you didn't perk up more when you found out that the planet was made up of high-purity Altorium. Well, yeah, I guess I was just too angry to pay attention to that at that time. But honestly, while I did hate the pass on those gems, I don't mind letting the Arctorium go. I mean, if I took over that operation and started selling it all by myself, I'd be no better than the Space Shinkage Ryu, right? A goddess of justice always helps out people, and is compensated for her time and with money and gratitude. If I just focused on the money and didn't care who I hurt to get it, I'd be the only one enjoying myself. So this way everyone wins. What about you, X? Wouldn't this have been a good chance for you to build a new spaceship? Oh man, you're right. I can't believe I forgot all about that. Maybe you've started to rub off on me more than I thought. Ishrin's are pretty tough with contracts and payments, but she's way more relaxed about profit and loss. I love that selfless side of her. She always seems to sparkle extra bright when she's being generous. This spaceship chart is quite nice. What's that supposed to mean? Flower won't buy you a discount. Alright, enough pointless chatter. Let's get going already. Besides, if we hang on around too long, that frigid Grand Duchess might show up looking for revenge. You gotta bring Mana's engines online. We're in space! Okay. And that is a quartz done. So we've completed 4 missions so far. Per the mission progress counter here, I will be able to tell which ones we are supposed to have been able to, or we are supposed to have cleared. So, per this, defeat 20 enemies with the human attribute is one that needs to be done. Gives us 5 bones and unlocks the Kaiser Origin Bounty Hunt. We do need to complete the 20 demonic enemies, so that's going to take some free quest doing. 20 Saber enemies. We have completed. Gives us 100 prisms. We have not needed to complete the 30 assassin or berserkers. 10 with strength stat of A or higher. That was a little bit earlier on, so that is done. Gets us an arts code opener. 5 servants with endurance of A or higher. Gets us 100 artorium. And the 10 servants with 100 endurance of A or higher gets us 5 stakes. And then 5 big blue tank quests. So we will need to run the free quest at least twice here. We are a ways off from being able to unlock the next set of quests. So, what I think we will do here is I think I will call today's stream here. In time between this stream and next, I will be doing the various free quests that that's calling for me to do, which is the Big Blue Tank twice, and looking a little bit further down, it does look like it's calling for me to go back to Texas Beyond and do that thrice. So I'm going to do this one twice, Big Texas Beyond thrice, so that Wednesday's stream, we should not have to do any free quests. But that is for the future me to worry about. And by the future, I mean like a couple minutes from now, because I am going to call today's stream here. So tomorrow we will be continuing with more Saber Wars 2, proceeding down the line and seeing what exactly new adventures await us in the next planet. Or rather, in the asteroid belt, I suppose. So for now, I've been Solar Dragon. I hope that you've enjoyed this stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more about me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, Sam Games. There is plenty of backlog to watch. And if you want to show some support, be sure to drop a like or a follow. Either or would be greatly appreciated. A sub if you're on YouTube would be even more so. A sub on Twitch would get great graciousness, but I'm not going to ask any of that because that shit's expensive, yo. But anyways, thanks again so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.